Tonight on Sai's Eyes on the Skies.
So we take a look outside here. ISU Memorial Union looks very dark, obviously, because those clocks went back last week, which means we have an hour less for the sunset. So it's going to be dark here for the next couple of weeks. But as you might hazily see, some clouds and maybe some snow coming tomorrow. I'll have that and more coming up for your Iowa forecast.
Plus, Lexie has a look at the national forecast. Sai's Eyes on the Skies for Thursday, November 11th starts now.
Live from Studio 171 in Ames, Iowa, the Iowa State Meteorology Department team of meteorologists brings you the latest weather from around the country and out your front door. Iowa State's longest-running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Sai's Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Maddy Wuestenberg. We begin with tonight's weather story. On this date in 1911, the Great Blue Norther, a rapidly moving cold front, swept across the central U.S., causing one of the most dramatic cold waves to affect the United States. During the early morning hours, a deep Midwestern storm system, along with an associated Arctic cold front, separated unseasonably warm and humid air from Arctic cold temperatures. Temperatures ranged from the upper 60s in Missouri to the single digits in Nebraska. Oklahoma City established a record high of 83 degrees and a record low of 17 degrees. Many areas saw the temperature plummet 50 degrees in 1 hour. The front produced severe thunderstorms and tornadoes across the upper Mississippi Valley, a blizzard in the Ohio Valley and the upper Midwest, and a dust storm in Oklahoma. To discuss more on what's happening around the country, here's Lexie with our national forecast.
Thank you, Maddie. Taking a look at some of our national headlines across the nation, we have snow. Yes, sadly, we have snow expected in the Midwest, cold pool dropping down in the north, and watches and warnings as well across all the Midwest. We'll have that and more coming up after the break.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back. Now here's Lexie with a look at what's happening around the nation.
Taking a look at our satellite radar across the nation, we have pretty fair weather overall in the south, but up here we have a low pressure system which is bringing a lot of snow to regions of Minnesota and even dipping down into Iowa as well as the Dakotas. We also have a small system setting itself up here, bringing rain mostly to parts of Portland and Washington as well. We also have a band of rain setting itself up. This should dissipate within the next couple of days or so. Looking at our temperatures across the nation now, we have this cold pool that I mentioned previously dipping down into the Midwest, keeping the south pretty warm though. Fair temperatures in San Antonio, we have 67. San Francisco, 67 as well. Phoenix sitting at a comfortable 83 degrees. New Orleans sitting at 68. Miami at 77. Then we get some of these colder temperatures too up in the north. Billings sitting at 41 degrees. Denver sitting at 51. Kansas City at 46. Cincinnati at 52. And Caribou sitting at 32 degrees. Taking a look at our watches and warnings, have some pretty interesting things going on here. Yes, we do have our first significant snowfall for the Midwest for the season. We have some winter weather advisories dipping into parts of Iowa, also all the way up through Minnesota into parts of Canada and the Dakotas as well. We actually have a blizzard warning as well in effect in parts of South Dakota, and we also have a high wind warning in effect as well. Looking again at our satellite radar, just another perspective, we have this band of rain that should pretty much dissipate through the next couple of days or so. And here again you see the dreaded four-letter S word, yes, snow, drifting across parts of the Midwest. Taking a look at what's happening in our 500 millibar heights, you can see here, this is kind of where our cold pool was really setting itself up, and as you can see, that will make its way through the nation in the next couple of days or so. Looking at our futurecast, yes, this band of rain will go off the east coast and eventually dissipate. Here we have some interesting weather going on again. On Friday, we have rain in parts of the west, upper west there. And as you can see, our snow system dissipates for a while, but as you can see again, we might see it back again Saturday. Looking at our rainfall forecast, let's take a look at our Spotlight City of the Week, Lubbock, Texas. We have pretty fair weather for the Cyclone game this weekend. 62 on Friday, 74 on game day, with only lows in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Through the week, going through the upper 70s, even hitting 85 degrees on Tuesday. So pretty fair weather they got out there.
Thank you, Lexie, for that forecast. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. In which year was Veterans Day officially named? A, 1942, B, 1954, C, 1949, or D, 1957? We'll have your answer coming right up. Now let's have a look at the week ahead with Danny.
Thank you very much, Maddie, as we take another look here at the weather trivia question if you didn't basket in already. So now let's move on to the headlines here. So it's very windy today and into parts of tomorrow. As Lexie mentioned, we have some wind advisories, high wind warnings in the area. We have the snow potential tomorrow, and we can talk about some of the areas that might occur in, and then below average temps heading into next week. I'll have that and more coming up for your Iowa forecast.
Food. It nourishes, brings us together, and adds flavor to life. That's why it's important to wash hands, surfaces, and fresh produce. Keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from ready-to-eat foods like fruits and vegetables. And cook to proper temperatures using a food thermometer. Enjoy, and refrigerate leftovers within 2 hours. For more tips on safely preparing foods, visit homefoodsafety.org.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm meteorologist in training here, Danny Cassidy. As we take a look once again at the headlines, if you really want to basket in again, we have windy today and tomorrow, snow potential tomorrow, and below average temperatures next week. Again, really look at it, really read it, because I know you guys really want to know the headlines for this week. There we go. Moving on here into the current conditions here. So today we have a current condition sitting at 44 degrees Fahrenheit here in Ames. Winds out of the west at about 24 miles an hour, very blustery, very breezy for this time of year. Feels like 35 degrees with that wind out of the west. So now taking a look here at some of our current temperatures across the state. So we have upper 30s here in the northern portion of the state, and we have mid to lower 40s here in the eastern portion of the state, and a little bit of a warm spot here in southwest Iowa currently sitting right now. Take a look at satellite and radar here. So this is the past 6 hours. So we see some of that rainfall move from the northwest, kind of swinging its way down into the east. Rain showers over Ames, Fort Dodge, and some of that snow up in Spencer and Sioux City as that moves its way eastward as we move on through the rest of the night. Taking a look at current wind speeds here. So again, very breezy, very blustery winds here, 22 miles an hour in Ames. The east, that front hasn't moved in quite yet, so it's not as breezy. 14 in Davenport, 10 in Dubuque, 9 in Cedar Rapids. But again, on that west side, 27 in Carroll, 22 in Sioux City, and those stronger winds will make its way forward through tonight and into tomorrow. So taking a look at some of the active alerts here, some watches and warnings here. So we have here some wind advisories here for Ames and Des Moines and portions of western Iowa. We have some winter weather advisories here in Mason City and near Spencer. And again, that orange there up in South Dakota is a blizzard warning. So we are not in that area yet, but we still have some winter weather to worry about here in the state of Iowa. Let's take a look at futurecast here. So if we take a look at your drive out here at 8:30, so again, some snow showers here scattered across the state of Iowa. Won't accumulate to a whole lot, but you could see some flurries as you head out to your drive there to work. And then here in noon, again, that kind of swings down from the state as that low circulates near the Great Lakes. So again, some snowfall here in Waterloo, north of Ames, near Fort Dodge, swinging its way into Cedar Rapids and Davenport. And then as we head into the evening, all this snow kind of pushes out, and we just have cloudy skies for the rest of the night. As we head into Saturday, again, clouds move back in, but no precip to worry about for our weekend. So taking a look here at the snowfall forecast as we head into Friday, we have that it was snow in that portion of the state. Now taking a look at wind speeds here, so futurecast, if we take a look at Friday at 8:30, the western portion of the state, 30 miles an hour, 29 miles an hour in Carroll, 29 Sioux City, as those breezier winds move eastward. And then taking a look at 12:30 again tomorrow, 27 in Ames, 30 in Fort Dodge, 30 in Carroll, really breezy, blustery, gusting up to anywhere to 50 miles an hour. So make sure to keep that hat on, keep that coat ready, as it will get very windy. Then into tomorrow night, into Saturday morning, as that front moves through, it gets much more calm. Again, mid to upper teens for the rest of the state. Let's take a look at some of the forecast lows here tonight. So again, mid to upper 20s in the north part of the state, mid to upper 30s here in the eastern part of the state, again, as that front starts to move through. The highs aren't going to stay or stick very high for tomorrow, since we have those highs sticking around in the mid to upper 30s. Take a look at tonight. So rain, snow chance, low of about 30 degrees, will be very blustery again. Winds out of the west-northwest about 17 miles an hour, gusting up to 50 miles an hour. Heading into tomorrow, so again, we had that chance of snow, and it'll be quite breezy out of the northwest at 24 miles an hour, and again, gusting up anywhere to 50 miles an hour. Taking a look at our week ahead here, so Friday, as I said, breezy. Saturday and Sunday will be about 41 degrees, a little bit below average for this time of year, but as we head into the portion of next week, 47 on Monday, the high point of 58, and then it gets a little more seasonal as we head into Wednesday and Thursday.
Thank you, Danny, for that forecast. Let's review tonight's trivia question. In which year was Veterans Day officially named?
Can't say I'm too sure about this one.
Yeah, this is a pretty tricky trivia question.
You know,
Danny,
Maddie, I know you got a lot going up in that noggin. I know you know it. I know you've got the answer to this
You
one.
think I've got it? Oh, man. If I had to take a guess, I'd say maybe 1954.
1954, I think that's a solid guess. I think I'll go with that as well.
You're going to go with that too?
Absolutely.
Lexie, how are you?
You know what? Me too.
Yep,
It
yep.
seems pretty good.
Sure, why not? We're all thinking it's 1954. Sounds pretty good to me. Would you look at that?
Wow.
1954. Wow. Those meteorology classes are really helping.
Really paying off.
They help with weather and Veterans Day history.
That's very
Absolutely.
true.
Won't you know
Absolutely.
it?
Well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later. Have a great night and a happy Veterans Day.